Hello, friends. I hope you're off to a wonderful start to your weekend. I hope you've been able to avoid the weather and stay warm. Obviously, it's cold outside. I've got my sweatshirt on. I'm trying to keep warm and keeping it casual today. Just wanted to touch base with you. I hope that you have something nice planned for your significant other. We know that this secular holiday of Valentine's Day is falling this weekend. Now, I'm not trying to imply that that's anything that we celebrate as a spiritual holiday as part of our worship service or anything like that. But it's hard to deny the fact that the whole world, or especially in this country, that everyone has got their mind on love this weekend. I like to use an opportunity like this. I like to use current events and stay relevant. I think it helps us to be able to relate to the material, and I think it helps us to be able to reach more people. And I think it also helps us to be able to remember the things that have been talked about. So I had something planned for this weekend that was related to love. Now, if you want to know something about love, what better place to go than the Bible? Because let me ask you this, how would we know anything about love if it were not for God? Well, I can tell you that we would not, because God is the actual, He is love. In 1 John chapter 4 and verse 8, the Bible tells us that God is love. And then God, through the words of Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, describes and defines exactly what a wonderful love should look like. So everything that we know about love, it has been rooted and it has come from knowledge that has been passed on to mankind from God. So as I was looking at this, I had something planned for this weekend, and then as I started getting into it, I realized, well, this needs to be a two-part thing. And what we're going to be looking at, the title of the sermon for this weekend is the Love Me Nots, the Love Me's of the Bible. Then next weekend, we're going to be looking at the Love Me Nots. No doubt you've seen someone sitting around with a flower and they pluck the pieces off and they say, she loves me not. Well, that's where I'm getting the thought for the title. But what we're going to be specifically looking at is things that the Bible tells us these are things that are good for us to love. That's what we're going to be looking at this weekend. Now, obviously, you know about we're supposed to love God. We're supposed to love our neighbor. But hopefully I can pull out some others that maybe you hadn't thought about before. And then next weekend, we're going to look at some things, the Love Me Nots, some things that the Bible describes for us that these are things that we shouldn't love, or at least we should not overly love or be attached to these things. I believe it's going to be an excellent series. I just pray that you'll be able to join us for this. We hope to be in person and online, so I think it will be a wonderful opportunity to worship God, to think about loving God, our fellow man, and some other things as well. So thank you, and I pray that you have a blessed weekend.